Play stronger, not faster. Resign like a grandmaster. Hello everyone, this is Fabien and this is my first YouTube series called Resign like a grandmaster. What is this series about? As you can probably guess from the screen here, this series is about atomic chess. Well, what is atomic chess? Atomic chess is a variant of chess. Have you ever heard of chess? I'm sure if you are watching this video, you must have heard of it. If you have never heard of it, you can look it up on Google or on Wikipedia. And it's not hard to get the rules of chess. So, atomic chess is playable on this website called lichess.org, which is one of the biggest servers for online chess. So, you can see there are many other variants too. Atomic chess, as the name might suggest, is very exciting and there can be many interesting positions in atomic chess. Let's see, this is the atomic chess board. Can you see any differences from the standard chessboard? No, there are not. So, the board is exactly the same with the standard chessboard. You can set it up like regular chess. Nothing really tricky here. So, what's the deal? Why is it a chess variant? Well, you can play a game. Let's try e4, e6, d4, d5. This is standard French defense. As you can see, in atomic is also very popular. Let's say white decides to go for the exchange French. White plays e takes d5. Oops, what happened? E takes d5. In atomic chess, as the name might suggest, every capture is an explosion. An explosion means that the capturing piece, the e4 pawn, the captured piece, the d5 pawn, are both removed from the board. They are both removed from the board. So nothing here and nothing here. So this is the position after capturing. This is the basic rule of atomic chess. And the game is just based on this idea. The captured piece and the capturing piece are both removed from the board. And additionally, if white plays some other move like knight to f3, notice what happens after d takes e4. The knight on f3 is not there anymore. Why? This is another rule. An explosion, as you can see, it can affect nearby squares. However, why is this point still there? Well, this is the official rules of atomic chess on lichess.org. You can see all captures cause an explosion by which the captured piece, the piece used to capture, and all surrounding pieces except pawns that are within 1 square radius are removed from the board. What does that mean? Suppose white plays e4, d5, d5, knight f3. This is not a good move. Black can now play d takes e4. If black plays d takes e4, the captured piece is the e4 pawn, so the explosion happens on the e4 square. So any piece that are on any square next to the explosion square are removed from the board. No, this is standard chess. I made a mistake, so obviously it should be atomic chess, and that it is removed from the board. So, but pawns are not removed from the board. So for example, black plays something like this, white plays something like this, and this pawn, notice, is next to the e4 square, but after capturing it's not removed, because pawns are immune from the nearby explosions. Pawns are very strong in atomic chess. As you can see in later videos, pawns are very strong. So you can use pawns as a very important defensive resources. Okay. It is illegal to capture a piece that would blow up your king, nor can a king capture any piece that, according to atomic rules, a captured piece blows up and is removed from the board. What does that mean? Well, not do standard again. It's atomic chess. So you can, let's see. Notice in that description, we say any move, any capture is an explosion. Let's say white plays e takes d5. Both pawns are removed from the board. Now what can black play? Black can try to play queen takes d2. What will happen? Take this as an exercise. What will happen? Queen takes d2. Firstly, the d2 square, the pawn will be captured, so it's removed from the board. The capturing piece, the black queen, will be removed from the board. And any piece that are in these squares are removed from the board. Any piece except pawns are king's pieces. Kings are of course pieces, so after queen takes d2, the king is also removed from the board. So you can see it's a checkmate. It's a checkmate. Black has already won, so white blundered. White blundered by playing this. No one will play that move, you can see. So don't play this move. And this allows this checkmate. In atomic chess, the pieces you can see next to the king are targets. So you have to react to any threat of capturing pieces near your king. If a piece near your king is captured, for example, if this pawn is captured, then your king will be exploded because of this rule. So you have to. This is actually a very hard thing to remember for beginners. Another thing that is hard for beginners is don't blunder your queen. Don't blunder your queen, and of course. So queens are more powerful in endgames, but even in openings they are also very powerful. Let's see an example. e3, black plays some random move like this move. That's not good. Queen to h5. This is check, and black has to block the check, of course. And let's say queen to h3, which is not very good, but black plays a bad move, attacking the queen. Notice that it attacks the queen. Is that a good move? No, it's not a good move. Why? Firstly, white can play some normal move like just take the bishop. Is that good? That must be good, because you can see if white takes the bishop, an explosion happens on the c8 square, and this knight and this queen are gone. They are next to the square, so white wins knight and the bishop. But better than winning a knight and a bishop is checkmate. White has checkmating 2 moves. Why? Because black weakens the squares near to his king, namely the d7 square. The d7 square is very important, so white can go there. Black would like to play bishop takes queen or queen takes queen, or king takes queen. Can black do that? No. Firstly, can black play king takes queen? If black plays king takes queen by rule of atomic chess, this black king and this white queen will be removed from the board. So black will have no kings, so white wins. If black plays bishop takes queen, then an explosion will happen on d7 square. And notice these are the pieces. These are the squares where pieces have to be removed. Notice the king is there, so bishop takes queen. The king is removed from the board. So again, white wins, so black can't do that. This is called no suicide rule. You can never make a move and after that your king is removed from the board, even if it removes the other king from the board as well. So you can't suicide. You can't make a move and after that your king is removed from the board. So black has to escape from the check, but notice white cannot play queen takes e7. An explosion will happen on e7 and all surrounding pieces, including the black king, are removed from the board. So white wins because white king is still here and black king is not there anymore. In atomic chess, the goal is to nuke your opponent's king, which is cause it to explode. And traditional checkmate applies to atomic as well, but any move that results in blowing up the opposite king will result in an immediate victory, overriding all checks and checkmates. What does that mean? Well, let's see some examples. This is a very important rule, and many beginners forget about this rule. In atomic, checks can be beaten by capturing a piece that is near to the other king. Why? Let's see. Let's play some bad openings like okay. Now white plays queen to h5. Queen to h5 has a threat. What is a threat? The threat is queen takes f7. An explosion will happen on this square and this king is near to that square. Any piece that is near to the king, if any piece that near to the king is threatened, it must be answered. So black has to play g6. Can black play some other moves like queen to h4? Notice that it's check because it's check, and the white king is in check as is red. But white can play, of course, white can play some normal moves like queen takes queen or g3, blocking the check. But are they good moves? No, they are not good moves. Good move is queen takes f7. Why? Because by giving a check, black is threatening to capture the king with the queen next move. But if white plays queen takes f7, what will happen? What will happen is that f7 pawn is removed from the board, and by the explosion rule, the black king will be removed from the board. The black king is removed from the board. It's not there anymore. The white king is still here, so you didn't capture it yet. So white wins. It's checkmate. It's checkmate. So don't do that. Therefore, any move that threatens any piece that is near your king has to be answered, and you can do other things, but you will get checkmated. So this is not check, but it is effectively check. Okay, these are the basic rules and of atomic chess, and there are many studies in detail that talk about atomic chess. There are many interesting things too. This is a study by IJH, which is known as like a mod, but it's not actually a mod, but close to it. You can see, you can search IJH and find this study, or you can just click that. This is on lichess.org. You just find an atomic arena and click this atomic, and you can find this study. This is a very good study, and there are many rules like neighboring kings. We will talk about that in other videos. And let's see an interesting example. Of course, like in standard chess, you can castle. As long as castling is legal, you can castle. In this position, suppose white has never moved the rook or the king, and somehow got into this position. Then white can castle. You can see white can castle. Why? This is hard to explain. I have to explain the neighboring king's rules. Firstly, the neighboring kings means the kings are together. In normal chess, that won't happen because that's a game. No, that because they will attack each other. But in atomic chess, they won't attack each other because you can't capture it. If you capture it, your own king will be removed from the board. So you can't do it. No suicide. Suppose there is a white queen and white queen is there. Black makes some random move. Notice that black is supposedly in check, but black is not in check. You can see white if plays other things like queen to e6, e4. Then the black king is still not in check. You can see it's not check. So why? Because if it's in check, you are threatening to capture it. But is white threatening to capture it? Suppose white plays queen takes d3. What will happen is an explosion will happen on d3 and c3 white king is going to explode. So you can't do that. So when kings are connected, checks don't apply. So you can't check. You can't give check. If you can't give check, you can't win. In this position, as you can see, the trustworthy table base gives draw. Because it's draw, you can't do anything. Black just move beside your king, so you can't do anything. This is neighbor kings. Well, if the kings are neighbors, so white is not in check currently. White is not in check despite being attacked. Is white king in check on d1? No. And is it in check on c1? Currently, if you just move that, but in the final position, white is not in check. And so moving to d1 will not play him in atomic chess, and completing the castling move will not put him in check because he's not in check. And the black queen can't even capture it. Suppose black plays queen takes d1, then both kings will be exploded, which is not possible. So these are some basic rules. We will talk about something more and illustrate more examples in other later videos. I know nobody will see my videos, but I know someone might see it. My English is horrible, but still, I'm trying to do a series about atomic chess. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.